about 5 times I'm actually recording, so worry, nobody's name on the frame. Okay then, so we got some safety precautions to go through. First of all, emergency exits. So there's one emergency exit in front of the bus where I am sat, and there is another one in the centre of the bus. And some of you lucky people have got your very own window emergency exits. And look at those, I can go on myself. Seat belts. You all got seat belts. Now, I'm not going to make you wear them, don't worry, but it is my job. It is my job to tell you, for your own safety, it is advisable to wear seatbelts. And the last safety announcement is please remain seated until the bus has come to a standstill and the doors have opened. Okay, so that's all the safety stuff done and dusted. You are on a 3-hour transit tour on Time Watch. I am at 14:59, so we're 1 minute early. That's nice. Any moment now it's going to turn into 1500. And so we are going to be back by 3+6. So we'll be back by 6 o'clock. 1800. We've got, on today's tour, we've got 4 stops, 4 in total. So our first stop is going to be at the Museum of Islamic Art. We're not actually going in the museum, we're just going to park next to it, but get some really good photos of the mosque, the museum itself. Dow Harbour, which is where all the Dow boats are, I'll tell you about those in a moment. And also of the Doha skyline. Then we're going to get back on the bus. We're only there for 5 minutes just for a quick photo call. Then we're going to get back on the bus and we're going to drive just 30 minutes and back to the terminal. In good time for you to catch your onward flight. Right, so let's kick off with a little bit of history about Qatar. Qatar was born in 1878. So before 1878 there was no Qatar. It was just a little bit of land with some nomadic tribes wandering around on it. And in 1878, the largest of the tribes decided to get all the tribes of their mother doing the washing on the shoreline. They remember drawing water from a well, and they remember using animals for transport. Thanks to you. Now these same people that have got those memories now also remember last year Qatar hosting the FIFA World Cup. So what you've got is one generation, just one generation has gone from drawing water from a well to hosting the FIFA World Cup. Now what we're going to do is we're not actually getting off the bus for this, but Subject is just going to bring the bus to a standstill close to one of the stadiums, the World Cup stadiums. This is actually Stadium 974, which is one of the 8 stadiums that we use. This was a country to develop football over there. So you should get a look at that stadium in just a few moments. coming up on your right is Flag Plaza. And in Flag Plaza, there's one flag for every country that has an embassy here in Qatar. Pyramid outside the Louvre in Paris. But he came out of retirement at the age of 92 to design the Museum of Islamic Art. The museum is built on its own island because I am paid once no other buildings are ever to be able to overshadow it. So it doesn't look like it, but it is actually on its own island, and there's bridges connecting it to the mainland. We use 90-degree angles so that wherever the sun is during the day, it would create light and dark patterns on the building. So the Museum of Islamic Art is now visible to you on the right. It's the building that looks like it's been decorated. So Sukje is going to find a convenient place to stop the bus, and once he has done so, the doors have opened, then you are welcome to jump off and join me for a photo call of 5 minutes.
ये है म्यूजियम ऑफ इसमें कह रहे हैं 90 डिफरेंट
Hi, a little bit tour of Doha city. Yay! Look around.
So today there's lots of people doing sports things, and I think you'll actually find a lot more people just doing
और ये वीडियो
leisure
नहीं आ रहा
things.
जब तक स्क्वायर ना बने क्या करती हो हमारा काम नहीं कर रहा
Okay, so we're just about to pass through Blackheath on our left. On the left.
Oh,
They are
cameras.
parading.
Cameras are parading.
So there's your photograph.
I don't see it.
क्या क्या बोलती है कि हमारे ये सारे दिख रहे हैं That's the palace.
So those camels, that's actually their job. That's what they do all day. Is they parade in front of that building. Which is different. So we're going to go to this daytime palace. This is daytime palace. It doesn't fit there.
It is the palace, the daytime palace.
That's
Daytime
the
palace, night
And
color.
we're actually going to take a look at those camels a little bit later. If you look to your right, you can see an island with like a heart shape to the FIFA World Cup.
वो दिखा है वो एक बना हुआ है वाइट सा लोगो और फिर छोटा सा आइलैंड है वो वर्ल्ड कप लोगो है
And there you go, it's now the World Cup logo. Isn't that nice?
वर्ल्ड कप लोगो
So, in the distance there, you can see all of these large towers. These towers, they're in an area called West Bay. So we're about to drive into West Bay, in amongst all of these towers. The first of these buildings, the
कैसे बनाए टावर्स
अरे पहले वो ये देखो डॉल्फिन देखो फिश देखो इधर कितना सुंदर बनाया है बहुत सुंदर बच्चे अब खेल अब देखो बीच पे यहाँ पे लोग हैं नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे है आज एवरीबॉडी हैज टू डू समथिंग और ये देखो ना जो बनाए ये पाम ट्री का लीफ पाम दिख ही नहीं रही यहाँ पे। ले ही नहीं सकते ऊपर तक दूर से ही ऊपर सब तक। हाँ एक ऐसी गोल बिल्डिंग बनाई देखो ये, और वहाँ कैसे लग रहे हैं उस टक्कों के घर, वो देखो अलग अलग
So just to update you, we're around about 20 minutes away from our next stop, which is Qatar Cultural Village. And we're going to be in Qatar for around about 30-35 minutes. That part of the tour will be guided, so you will just
यही बिल्डिंग कैसी है पिरामिड की तरह। अच्छा ये था नहीं।
So the first thing is that here in Qatar,
1980 में बना, उस समय ये सिर्फ एक बिल्डिंग थी। 1980 तक कुछ नहीं बना।
ये सिटी सेंटर भूटान है।
अभी भी तो बन रही है बिल्डिंग, बनाते जा रहे हैं।
लेकिन ये देखा ही है हर जगह पाम ट्री का किस तरह आइडिया है कि पाम ट्री
So I've been here 14 years. And one of the first things that I noticed about Qatar, something that made it different to the UK, which is where I'm from, something that made it really stand out in my imagination, nobody even touched their mobile phones. I noticed that in Starbucks, you have people with laptops that are somewhere and their laptops over the bathroom. When they came back, the laptop was still there, no one would touch it. Now you do all of those things in the UK, but you wouldn't have a handbag, you wouldn't have a phone, and you wouldn't have a laptop if you did. So safety is something which instantly struck my head. For 14 years, I've
कहना
been
ही है, यहाँ पर मैं आया, जैसे क्या देखने का
exposed to bars to any crime whatsoever.
बहुत सेफ है, कुछ नहीं
हमारा
कर
फोन
सकता।
चार्ज हो रहा है या नहीं?
Is that neither has anyone I know. Very state milk card. I have a government, and it costs me $25 a year. That's $25 a year, not $25 a week, not $25 a month. It's $25 a year. I'm noticing the hospitals, clinics, everything.
सिटी सेंटर डोहा।
So healthcare is extremely affordable. What else have we got? Okay, that's
ऐसी झूठ है
there's no rubbish blowing around in the wind here. The streets are clean. So we've got safe, we've got clean, we've got good healthcare, we've got cheap petrol, accommodation. Accommodation is expensive. I would put it on a par with any capital city anywhere in the world. So, you know, I'm telling you things are cheap here, but accommodation is not one of them. And the other one that's not cheap is education. So, if you're American, you might want to stay back in the US university. If you're British, I would put them in a UK kindergarten. So, you could choose a curriculum of your choice. But it's not cheap, and it is going to cost you some money. What is it you don't like about Qatar? I can only think of one thing. There's only one thing I don't like about Qatar. And if I could get on the phone to them here and say, yo, dude, sort it out, it would be the price of beer. Beer is too expensive. And if that was just a bit cheaper, it's not cheap. You are going to pay around about 12 to 15 euros, dollars if you like, per glass of beer. And that does have a very calming effect on the amount of alcohol I consume. Okay, a bit of an update. Now we're just around about 5 minutes away from our next stop. And you'll be glad to know that this is also in Bath